Guys, as we mentioned before, we're very excited about our live stream coverage of the State of the Union tonight. Put the graphic
up again.
Screen,
The
guys.
awesome graphic.
Let's sell the people on coming back and joining us here again tonight. We will kick things off at 8 p.m. We got some special guests for you. It's going to be Saagar, me, Kyle, and Marshall. We got all kinds of things pulled to show you and talk about. Obviously, this speech has probably changed dramatically from what they originally wanted it to be. And in fact, we have a Washington Post tear sheet here we can show you. They basically saying this is not the speech that Biden originally wanted to give. He wanted to use the State of the Union to pivot to his agenda. Then Russia started a land war. Things change, very dynamic. I mean, it is interesting because they start these speeches months in advance, working on drafts. And according to this article, they say it's not a wholesale rewrite of the address, which will be delivered at 9 p.m. Eastern, but the new version will reflect the way the crisis has added urgency to Biden's running theme of defending democracies, according to one advisor who spoke on the condition of anonymity. There are a couple other specifics in this article that are relevant in terms of the economic domestic agenda. Because honestly, since Build Back Better collapsed, even with Build Back Better, I have never known what Joe Biden's economic priorities are.
What do you
actually want? What are your priorities? What are you fighting for? We still don't really know. But anyway, they say he's going to call on Congress to increase the maximum Pell Grant award by $2,000. Woo, big deal.
That also won't pass.
Raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, something they have no plan in order to actually do. Create a national paid family leave program. Maybe you could get that through on a standalone vote. Possible, I don't know. They said he will also address how any new plans would be paid for. And this part, sort of raised my eyebrows, which is they said one person familiar with it said the speech appeared designed to appeal to moderate Democrats, independents, and never Trump Republicans.
Okay, all right.
It's not going to be anything in it for us. So.
The one thing he's going to have to focus on is going to be inflation. Let's put this up there. So they said yesterday, Jen Psaki, the president will use the word inflation tomorrow, saying it's a major concern and he's going to focus on efforts to reduce costs. So we'll see. It's not all rosy news, though, per the Huffington Post. Biden's going to be focusing on deficit reduction. Let's put this up there on the screen. And they are ditching officially the Build Back Better brand.
Overdue.
I mean, look, that was obviously going to die. It was very clear. I honestly don't think a single thing he says on domestic politics matters tonight. I just
Probably
don't.
Not.
Given Ukraine, I don't see it.
I will say, so the headline of that Huffington Post piece made me want to puke about he's going to shift to deficit reduction. The details were a little less bad because the deficit reduction he's talking about is taxing rich people and corporations.
Yes.
I don't know why you then sell it as that.
Yeah, right. Not
sell it as that
reduction.
because that is popular.
Right.
But he wants to use this deficit hawk framing, which is irritating. There was one good thing also in the Washington Post tear sheet. They said an early draft of the speech included support for an effort to restrict members of Congress from trading individual stocks. We'll see if that makes it in. That would be interesting. And that would be significant. And Biden, apparently, the entire time he was in the Senate, had this rule personally for himself. He did not buy and trade stocks. That was a commitment he made when he was elected at 29 years old that he kept his entire time in the Senate. So he has some credibility on this issue. But listen, obviously, the big news is going to be about what he says with regards to Russia and Ukraine and foreign policy, and this is ultimately going to be a very different speech in a very different context than what we originally expected. Also, a little update for you on the trucker protest.
Yeah. Didn't happen.
Well, I don't want to say they didn't happen, but we are here in D.C. There's no sign of
there ain't no
Beltway,
takeover.
boa constrictors shut down. They did so in spite of the fact that the supposedly big convoy that got a lot of attention, they actually fully disbanded because there were only 5 trucks left in it to join other potential theoretical convoys that are out there. So I don't want to say there's nobody involved, but there was clearly a massive national security state freak out over
the National Guard, all of that.
Over this
didn't end up
resurrecting the Capitol fence, calling up the National Guard, all of this stuff, total freak out over something that doesn't look to have amounted to much. So we'll keep our eye on that.
Great. Well, I hope they're all well fed and they're doing well while they're here and doing literally nothing, and we're all paying for it. So that's great.
Did you see on my way in? I saw some random military vehicles in the street this morning.
Same thing. I saw trucks all along the highway, that type of stuff. Par for the course, nation's capital.
Yep, right. There you go. But
we'll see you guys tonight. It's gonna be fun.
We want to see you tonight, 8 p.m. So join us then. Thanks for watching us today.
That's right. And we're going to have special guests tonight. Tune in for that.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
Indeed.
All right. I think that's it.
Yep. See you this evening, guys. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching.
That's right. Just as a reminder, you can become a premium subscriber today. Watch the full show completely uncut, our reactions to each other's monologues. You get to listen to it, you get to ask us questions, all that good stuff. Link is right there in the description or at breakingpoints.com.
Best of all, great way to say screw you to the mainstream media.